This is WranglerView, a well data federation platform. We've federated 4.5 million wells from all producing states into a single cloud-based snowflake database. This is the federation map. It would be ridiculous to plot 4.7 million wells on a map. We can visualize the density of the wells by clustering them into these hexagonal shapes and color coding them. The red areas have the highest density of wells. This is the federation map. This is where you select the wells that you want to export. It's exporting data from the federated database. If you wanted the original data as it came from the state, you would use the raw data viewer. But in this case, I'll select Texas. I'll select the petroleum region of Permian Basin, calculate count, so I know how many wells I'm going to get, build and export. It's built, select a format. I'll select Petrel. Now this download button is grayed out. When it becomes active, I'll be able to copy the files into the download folder. That's not a whole lot of fun. I want to select data off the map. Let's just go down to the map and see that we're in Midland. And then here we see Engers. So we could come down here and say select all wells in view. Now that's a lot of wells. Let's say we're interested only in this area. So I've reduced the area. So now we have a reasonable number of wells. But in this case, I'll go past my selected wells, select my download format. This time we'll do a shapefile. We'll wait for it to be ready. When this button is active, we can download it to the downloads folder. If you wanted to, you could also export the production data for these same wells. 78, almost 79,000 production records for these wells. That's how you select data from a map and export it. Another way to use a federation map is to use the search and filter tool. Here we are zoomed into an area just west of Midland, Texas. Let's select the wells in this map view. There will be over 2,000 wells in this area. But now we can use the search and filter criteria and say, let's find all the wells greater than 12,000 feet drilled since 2022. Apply those filters. So these are the wells that meet that criteria. Now what's kind of fun is we can go to layers and we can turn on production bubbles. The larger the symbol, the greater the production. We can also turn on a heat map. This heat map shows us where the hottest areas are in the area based on the wells that we've selected. We want to export the original data as it came from the state. Then you would use the raw data viewer. Select the schema. The BOEM calls the Gulf of America. Select bottom area code, which is the protraction area. Then we select the Mississippi Canyon. And we want to show the protraction area. Then we load the map. That's a different type of map. It basically shows all the wells in the given area and allows you to export the original format. So as you can see, we're zoomed into the Mississippi Canyon. We can take a look at what the results will be, and it is a copy of what the BOEM distributes. We can then just simply export the wells. When it's ready, it'll give us a list of available formats. Since this is the source data, the number of formats are limited. Since the columns would not match Petrel or GeoGraphix. So in this case, I'm going to export a shapefile. When this button becomes active, we'll be able to copy it into our downloads folder. So now we have an exact copy of the BOEM data for the Mississippi Canyon. We want to export the surveys. We click on the Export Survey button. This will be quite a large file, 69,000 points. It's done.